Greeting everybody, welcome to Francis channel. The movie I'm going to describe for you guys today is The Princess Switch Again. 2 years after the events of the first film, Stacy is now the Princess of Belgravia, while Margaret is preparing to ascend to the throne of Montenegro following the death of the king and the decision of his son Howard to abdicate. Nervous about taking on the responsibilities of ruling a nation, Margaret has ended her relationship with Kevin, who is now running his own bake shop with Olivia in Chicago. Stacy makes a surprise visit on her way to Montenegro for coronation and discovers how miserable Kevin has become since the breakup when Oliver reveals she never mailed her father's request not to attend the coronation. Stacy persuades him to reconsider and travel with her and Prince Edward, even though the two of them have their own relationship problems, as Stacy has increasingly neglected Edward while she focuses on her duty as princess. Upon arriving, Kevin reunites with Margaret and helps her Prince Edward, Stacy, and Oliver decorate her palace for Christmas after Margaret reveals she also feels depressed about how things ended up. At an evening event, the two dance only to be interrupted by Lady Fiona Pembroke, Margaret's cousin. Unbeckoned to anyone, Fiona has spent nearly all of her family's small fortune and has resorted to ordering her servants Reggie and Mindy to rob the guests at the party. Back at the script, Pembroke as that Fiona is furious and bitter about being abandoned by the rest of her family when suddenly an idea occurred to her. Given that she and Margaret look nearly identical, it might be possible for her to assume her identity, get crowned as queen, and then loot the royal treasury, setting her up for life. Reggie and Mindy are enthusiastic and help Fiona dye her hair, copy Margaret's makeup while studying the queen's upcoming schedule. Back at the palace, Margaret admits that she's been too busy with royal affairs to have any time to spend with Kevin. Complicated matters further is her relationship with Count Antonio Rossi, her chief of staff, who is also in love with Margaret and plants seeds of doubt in Kevin's mind that he could never be a good match for a future queen. Stacy decided the only way to fix things is for her and Margaret to switch identities again so she and Kevin can have the afternoon to themselves while Stacy takes care of Margaret's schedule. The switch takes place with Olivia staying behind to distract Edward while Margaret and Kevin go to a local Christmas park. There, Kevin expresses his doubt about being Margaret's equal and she convinces him that such concerns are irrelevant. As long as they love each other, that is what matters. Reggie and Mindy abduct Stacy, think she's Margaret, and lock her up in Pembroke Manor. Fiona steps in as Margaret returns, realizing that the woman she's speaking to isn't Stacy. Margaret confesses the truth to Prince Edward and they rescue Stacy from Reggie and Mindy, both of whom are arrested and reveal Fiona's plan. Meanwhile, Antonio deduces the truth on his own as Fiona forgot to cover up an incriminating tattoo on her finger. He tells her that he will move up her coronation and help her escape the country if she agrees to divide the treasury with him, as he also needs money. Just as the coronation is about to take place, Margaret and Stacy arrive and expose Fiona and Antonio. The latter is arrested, while the former admits her deception and reveals that Kevin is on his way to the airport with Olivia after Fiona lied and said she didn't want to be with him anymore. The group stops Kevin just as he is about to aboard a plane, and he and Margaret get married on the spot after a priest volunteered his services. Stacy and Edward reaffirm their love for each other as Stacy promises to make more time for them and Edward promises not to smother her with attention. Margaret is crowned Queen of Montenegro with Stacy, Edward, Olivia, and Fiona cheering her up. So that's it for this movie, and I hope you guys enjoy this movie very much. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye and good luck.